Hello, I'm Chase Evans from Southeastern Oklahoma State University, and today I will be doing ladder safety training. First, let's discuss the objectives of my training video. We'll demonstrate proper ladder setup, we'll recognize and mitigate potential hazards, we'll apply proper techniques for ascending and descending, we'll demonstrate proper ladder inspection procedures, and we'll identify different types of ladders and appropriate uses. Within my training video here, I'll be demonstrating a visual aid, such as a video and a handout, and I'll also be showing you a physical demonstration as well. First, let's get into this presentation video.
Working at height remains one of the biggest causes of accidents and major injuries. However, ladders can be quite helpful if used properly. Every time you use a ladder, you are required to work responsibly and take sensible precautions. First, choose the right ladder for the job. There are simple ladders, extension, or step ladders. Choose the best style for the purpose and select the proper height to ensure that it is best suited to your needs. Also, select the proper material. In the case of potential contact with electricity, rule out any type of metallic ladders and choose wooden, fiberglass, or plastic ladders instead. Once you have chosen the ladder, a pre-use assessment must be carried out. Check that the certification is up to date and that there are no visible defects. Don't use the ladder if it doesn't comply with the standards. Don't put yourself at risk by using a defective ladder. Place the ladder on a firm horizontal ground. Do not use ladders on slippery surfaces. Do not try to use any type of leveling devices. You should never make a short ladder taller by putting something under the legs. If you require more height for the job, consider a different type of equipment that is high enough. Ensure locking devices are engaged before use. Don't overload the ladder by hanging objects from it. Protect the work area using suitable barriers or cones so as to prevent getting hit by someone or getting struck by falling objects. Maintain 3 points of contact, no matter what type of ladder you're using. As you place the ladder onto a surface, calculate the leaning angle accurately. For proper stability, use the 1 in 4 rule, 1 unit out of every 4 units up. That is to say, the working length of the ladder is 4 times the horizontal distance between the feet and top support. Keep your body centered on the ladder. Do not overreach or stretch your body outwards, which can shift your center of gravity and cause you to lose your balance and have an accident. Do not use the last step of the ladder. Pay attention to the warnings.
Now that I showed you that video, let's break down and discuss what I'd like to share to you. First off, I have 2 different ladders in front of me. I have a step ladder and an extension ladder. The step ladder is used for lower to ground surfaces such as washing windows, painting, etc. And the extension ladder is used to reach higher places such as roofs and upper levels of buildings. First things first, I'll show you how I'm going to address both of these ladders. Let's address the extension ladder first and do a physical an inspection first. First things first with this extension ladder, I've noticed that there's rusted bolts and nuts, and the inside and outside of this ladder has cracks along, and there's no sticker on this ladder either. So that ladder is no good and I will not be using it. The step ladder, on the other hand, there's no visual cracks. I don't feel any cracks. All the nuts and bolts are not rusted, and this ladder does have its sticker intact. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to set up this ladder. I'm going to fully open the ladder, and you make sure your ladder is locked into place. First thing, before anything, choose the right ladder for the job. That being the right height, the right material, everything like that. I'm first going to demonstrate proper ladder setup. We already did the inspection of the ladder. Now let's choose the right location. What I mean by that, you don't want to put your ladder in a soft terrain or mud. or uneven surface. You could fall off, potentially reach over the ladder and fall off. So you want to pick a hard, level surface to put your ladder, such as this concrete spot. Next, we're going to make sure the base is secure. I like to get the ladder, make sure it's secure by shaking it. If it doesn't move, it is secure and level. Next thing I like to do, of course, is make sure that the locks are engaged. And now I will demonstrate the proper ways of using a ladder, such as ascending and descending, along with some other stuff as well. When ascending a ladder, you will face the middle of the ladder at all times. You will also maintain 3 points of contact, that being 1 foot and 2 hands at all time, or 2 feet and 1 hand at all time. You will maintain your center mass of the ladder. Same thing descending, you just do it in reverse. Now let's talk about the proper ladder setup of a extension ladder. Extension ladders are a little different. When you go to use your extension ladder, you're going to lean it onto the structure that you're choosing. You're going to lean like this, and you're going to follow the 4-to-1 rule. That being, for every 4 foot up, your ladder must lean 1 foot out of the structure. So let's say you're trying to reach 8 foot in the air. You're going to do 2 foot away from the structure, 8 by 2. Now that we've talked about the 4x1 rule and how to ascend and descend the ladder, both of these ladders, you maintain the middle of the ladder and you do not move. If you move any extra, the ladder can risk tilting over and you can risk falling off. Now let's talk about recognizing and mitigating potential hazards. First off, uneven surfaces. Uneven surfaces can be completely prevented. Ladder fatalities and injuries occur more than 2,000 injuries a year in the United States alone. This number is insane, and these potential hazards can be very well mitigated. So uneven surfaces, place a ladder, ensure the ground is stable and free from debris. That is crucial for maintaining a level surface on the ladder. Next, electrical hazards. This is a big one. Avoid using metal ladders near electrical sources. Instead, use fiberglass, wood ladders, or plastic. The type of ladder is very important when it comes to being around electricity. You want to risk any chance of getting electrical shock. If you get shocked, that's bad, and also if you get shocked, you're going to fall off the ladder, which is terrible as well. Next thing, overhead obstructions, such as a ceiling. You don't want to be walking up a ladder and not realize there's a ceiling above your head, hit your head, and fall off the ladder. That is preventable. That is another mitigation or another hazard that can be preventable. Other hazards I would like to mention is also slippery surfaces, such as like oil, water. You don't want to put your ladder in a oil spill. It's just not right. You'll slip and fall. Now I'm going to go back to my other one about electricity, and I'm going to say in OSHA terms, OSHA rules. Use the right material for the job. Use ladders made of non-conductive materials such like fiberglass or plastic or wood. Next, stay away from power lines. If you can, stay completely away from power lines. But if you have to get close, a good rule for me is 10 feet away is the maximum distance you can come, minimum distance you can come within a power line. Also, regularly check your ladders. And my biggest point, if you can turn off the power, turn off the power. That will completely get rid of the risk. It will completely mitigate that risk. Now that I've mentioned some different risks and hazards, I'll also show a little bit of extra uses of a ladder real quick. When approaching the ladder, stay in the middle. If you have a tool or anything else you need to take up with the ladder, never go up with it in your hand. Always put it in your side pocket, securely firm, and then you go up. And then you can take your tool out. Then you can work. And then when descending, you put your tool back. As I maintain my 3 points of contact, then I go back down. Now that I've showed you that, I would like to demonstrate my other handout that I've been provided by OSHA. This is the OSHA quick card. It's basically a kind of a quick summary over everything you need to know about general ladder safety. Falls from purple ladders, step ladders, extension ladders, and combination of extension are one of the most leading causes of occupational fatalities and injuries. It can be very prevented. Always read your labels on your ladders. These labels give you the directions, and it kind of gives you the weight and capacity of what the ladder can actually do. You never want to overexceed the weight of the ladder. It can risk failing and collapsing. Next thing, always inspect your ladder before use. It's a no-brainer. You don't want to get on a ladder that has rusty bolts or is cracked in the middle and it's falling off. Next, always maintain 3 points of contact. Your 3 points of contact is key for maintaining a stable ladder and risking not falling off the sides or over the edge. Next, don't overreach on a ladder. When you get on a ladder, you want to stay up and down with the ladder. You don't want to overreach or reach back because you will risk falling. Next, the quick card states about the 4-to-1 ratio of the extension ladders. When using an extension ladder, 4 foot up, 1 foot out, 8 foot up, 2 foot out, etc. Do not stand on top of a ladder. This is not a place to stand. This is let alone a place to hold a paint bucket. Next thing's next, on ladders, you're not going to get on a ladder and start walking. I'm not going to get on this ladder and start wiggling back and forth trying to walk the ladder. That's not safe. You will fall off the sides. Last things last, make sure these are locked and make sure you follow the weight charts on these ladders. And anyways, ladders can be used really safely, but can also be used really dangerously. There's tons of different mitigations that can be used. Another one I like to add that just remember, your feet on ladders, they should be checked as well. They should be rubber feet. If you get in unrubber feet, they might risk slipping. Anyways, so potential hazards can be dealt with by knowing the location, hard surface, not soft, and the electrical shock can be prevented by staying away from power lines and using the proper material ladder. That's pretty much all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation about ladders. Anyways, stay safe out there.